Okay, so it is the new season here. Season 54, I think. Pretty sure, yeah. I had noticed this towards the end of the last stream I did. It was like on the last couple of games. I noticed I never took out the chicken game. The reason why I had chicken game initially is because towards the beginning of the duels and stuff, I was trying to use the FTK with not Kushala, Gale, and it didn't work. And the reason why I took out Upstrike Goblin because it was going to be a perfect 8,000 that I was dealing, so I put in Chicken Game. But then I realized it wasn't good enough anymore, so I adjusted the extra deck and took out Galdogra, but I forgot to take out the Chicken Games. Having said that, the main reason why I have been not using Chicken Game all this time is because I didn't like it conflicting with Citadel, because I didn't want to activate Citadel and draw into Chicken Game. But another thing is that I didn't have any way of removing it other than Endymion's Scale Pop. You know, because I didn't want to Electromite pop Trigger Game because like I wouldn't get the draw off the scale pop, and I also didn't want to use Garuda to just pop it because that's just a -2. But having said that, now that I'm actually just using Souls, I think it actually might be a little bit more beneficial for Trigger Game. So I'm actually going to keep Trigger Game in this season, and I'm going to remove Into the Void for the upstarts again. So that's going to be this. We're going to try this out for the season. If we end up having the same issue that we were talking about, trying to get a Chicken Game after Citadel or something like that, then obviously we'll go back to Into the Voids. But I've been hating Into the Void. I've always joked about that being my top deck and stuff because it doesn't do anything. But now that Chicken Game might be better than before because Souls is now searchable with Dmod, we're going to see how that works out for us. So we'll see how this happens and if that's going to be a good idea or if we have to go back to the stuff. Oh, another thing I was gonna actually add in is that if we go against enough Brandon players, I've actually been a little bit more worried about the Brandon matchup, considering the whole idea of the Fall and the Virtuous, so it's now quick effect pops that can actually deal with the Endymion stuff, and actually Brandon doing amazing in the meta weekly makes it so most people are going to use it. So if I have enough problems against Brandon, I might add in a Super Poly, some Super Polys. If I go first, I'll just send it with Souls, and if I go second, then I might draw into it and start adding my opponent's cards. So we're gonna see about that. That might be a thing that we add in for the rest of the for the format here. But we'll see how we see how it goes right now. Right. And as you can see, look at our history, by the way. We were able to save the mastering thing. So now it actually looks like how it did before we stopped, before we took our break. We actually have everything as master rank, which is really cool. Like, I don't have a random platinum in there or a silver rank or gold rank in there. And now we actually have our history back there. And I think that was all with Endymions, except maybe the first one was heroes. One of these was heroes. Let's go see how we can do here, though. We got 18 people already. That's crazy. Appreciate everyone so much for being here. Hey, we got the coin toss. Okay, so like I said before, one of the biggest reason why I didn't have Chicken Game in initially was because I didn't want to conflict with Citadel. But that didn't happen once when I was actually using it last season. And I didn't want to have to like be hard drawing Citadel and then upstart drawing the Chicken Game, which was just not a very fun experience at all. Another thing I have to talk about for the format here is that Triple D, which did super well in the format, didn't lose to Duel whatsoever. What we got here? Oh. Okay, let me think here. Triple D did not lose to Duel, which obviously is right there. And neither did Branded. And obviously, like, Cool Twin is falling out. So I was hoping that maybe Duel was gonna fall out of the meta kind of a deal because of how many decks are not running it. Oh yeah. This is wouldn't be enough to yeah. Okay, GG's. Impulse would just deal with Endymion, and obviously he's got 2 1-card combos. I was hoping to like Endymion summon out and pop something. If I had enough counters on Magister, obviously pop it and have Endymion pop himself and then Magister summon out, but yeah. Duel Lockwood wins that. If he didn't obviously have Duel, we'd be fine considering Institution was going to search a Jackal, which Jackal could summon out a Jackal King, and then Magister could summon out another. There's that. We're obviously starting out to a good start. We're off to a great start at the moment. Okay. So I got my fingers crossed that draw will fall off just a little bit, because Brandon doesn't really lose to it at all. So it looks like no Ash Blossom. Okay, we're getting 2 draws in a row. This is fun. Fortunately, we don't lose anything from this because it's the very beginning. Very beginning of the... We don't have any progress whatsoever already, so it's obviously fine. We can... None of these losses mean anything. Like, if I go against 300 rolls this season, I hope all 300 rolls are in the very first game, so that I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the season. That's what I'm saying. Get all the draws out at the very beginning. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master... Well, you say Duel Duel? I think Master Duel would be a little bit better of a play on words, because it already sounds like Duel. Go to the dark side, build a Endymion Sulfur Cord. I don't use any non-spell counter pendulums. Upstart. Ooh, that's a great draw. I'm about to say, we're gonna see another draw? 3 draws in a row? Okay. Got this. Yeah, I got an idea. Do that. Let's summon out Cerberus here. Oh, is that an Impulse? I know it's not Ghost Ogre. It's got to be Impulse. There's nothing else it could be. Yeah, because Ghost Ogre would have already triggered on the Cerberus. Literally no other card it could be. If he impulses this, we're still fine. We just search the Servant, and then we continue on anyway. And obviously, if he doesn't impulse this, I'm just going to go Souls and go Spellbook Engine that way. Okay. Not yet. I got an idea how I can trigger this. 2 and 3. 7 here. In case he's got like a Zuno or something in hand, and I have to use Call By, let's go. You gotta go what do we call it? Serve it first, so that if I have to use Call By, I can get that counter. Ash only stops from main deck, not extra deck? Yeah. What is scary besides the reasons? Didn't that affect Ash roll? Yeah, no. Type of Call By the opponent doesn't have Duel. I mean, I'm still cool with Duel being the Call By the Graves being the safety net in my hand. Still makes me feel confident by plays. Okay. Obviously, I can send away the institution, but I don't want to. Right, this is so that if he tries to use Impulse on the Servant, I have a little bit of insulation. Because I'll have a way to trigger her twice. I can trigger her once off of Citadel, and the second one, if I get the counters I need, obviously. Look at that. Now, this is 2 confirmed spell counter activations. Let me just make sure I didn't use up my normal summon. Yep. And then, obviously, drawing into any spell at all. I wonder if I should scale away Crowley. Yeah. Nice. Also, if it's Impulse, he's locked out of Nibiru anyway. Also, Servant being, what do I call it? Blue War being in that zone is kind of... I don't really want him in that zone, but it's fine. My favorite thing, by the way, when they try to Impulse, and I just use it again. It's so funny. So, we'll see if he does it. Nope, I guess he knew. Okay, let's think here. Someone on DB. I mean, we're playing a little bit into a Nibiru. But I think we'll be okay. Just a little bit. I think we'll be alright. Okay, let's go 3 counters here. 2 and 3. Yeah. Alright, let's go Magister here. And then we make tempo position to FTK, right? Exactly. How'd you know? Yeah, he's not using his impulse. I wonder if there was like any tie-in that he might have like a droplet or something in hand that I gotta worry about. I don't know what I'm looking for. Obviously, we have to use you. Hey. All right. I'm trying to figure out if I link away. If I link away my Magister, then I can potentially pop Swift and add back Endymion and pencil. But there's actually nothing to even pencil it out right now. I think we're fine to do this anyway. Excuse me. All right, what we got here? We got Endymion, Jack King. Go for another one. Do this. Pop you. I'm gonna add back Huda. See what we get here for draws. Could link it to Celine right now. So back out the souls instead of we both Citadel and checking in. Could do that. Look this out with me. I'm gonna go this first. Let's cancel here. It's just better just to checking in right now. No. I know. We do this now here. Because then I could actually use up those counters off of the Citadel. Instead of having to lose those counters. So let's do this. Use your effect, remove the 3 from the Citadel. Oh, he took his toggle off. I gotta go to the chicken game. Eventually, you know. So let's just do this here. It'll work out here. Draw you. Start you here. Actually, did we use that yet? No, I'm not. I like keeping my institutions. Okay. Okay, this would be interesting. 4 counters. Oh, above from you, obviously. Yeah. All this without using Into the Void, which means because obviously we took out the Into the Void, which obviously means that we can what am I trying to say? We can use the Gouda disruption a lot more. Yeah, let's try it this way. So we don't have to waste on Magister's zone, you know? Oh no! Anyway. Okay. Wait, guess what? I get to summon out and pop your Lady Labyrinth anyway. Magical Exemplar retrain. So the Endymion highest holds double spell counters like Exemplar. Return to the hand. Sure. That means now we can actually activate that for all the spell counters. One, 2, 3. No, I was gonna get 3 more negates out. How could you do this to me? Yeah, activate, summon 3 pendulums, active institution. It would be so close to what, 8 disruptions because Call by the Grave and Garuda. But I wouldn't be able to activate use the call by. Oh, triple DBO here. People are. Oh my goodness, what is this? Cards in your graveyard, you can ban one face of card you control, set this card, and if you do, return that face of card to the hand. Those 3 connected face card with the same name. Okay, I get it, but I guess it's an option. Vivid Tail is indeed a choice. Yeah, I don't know why that's there. No boy breakers. Go to not let you cook, unfortunately. No overframe impulse. This guy sucks. Wait, what? That's kind of mean. Okay. A little bit of the bright side about using chicken game is that it can still get the counter without having to get the draw. Because like if you're getting drolled, I can't even use upstart. But if I do get drolled off the upstart, I can still activate chicken game. Yeah. Okay. No, looks like no Maxi and no Ash and no droll. Do that. We're also on 4 summons right now, so we don't have to worry about Nibiru yet. Then souls can work. Alright, special summon you by sending away. Guessing. Yeah, we got. Yeah. Better. And let's think here. I'm gonna go upstart first. Yeah. I also have not normal summon yet. Okay, let's try using you. I'm thinking here. Because we got 2 things we can do here. We can remove 3 from like its abductor or something, and then souls can send both way to draw 2. So I got mastery in hand though. I have an idea. We go to wave 3 for servant. Then let's actually summon out the servant. Because now we can go Electromite. Back, whatever. I don't know. Doesn't really matter what we put in. Put in just a Jackal. Okay, now let's pop the Abductor. Add back out the servant. Maybe we could have just added Jackal. Okay, we will actually send away Chick. This is the ideal thing, you know. We're gonna send an institution away too. Okay. We could have really just added Jackal instead, and then use the effect on a Bash the Scout or something like that. I think that would have been better. I think we can still get a good board out here, though. Yeah, I think we can, especially because we can get Magister here. We've already used up. Use you. And then we can go Mastery. Add back, add Magister. Yeah, this would be good. Add Magister. Fully Royal Heroes? Yeah, you should see the whole deck. It's all Royaled. But not all Royaled, but every Endymion card except for Celine. I have Royals of. Yes. Summon you out here. Haven't used the Endymion yet, right? Nope. Okay. Let's go Magister first. Celine. Wait, where do I want to summon it? I think I'm going to summon it over here on the right. You'll see why in a second. I can use a Endymion effect here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Summon you over here on the right. We still got a reflection left to summon, so we could still do that. Doing the scale. This is after an early pen summon, by the way. Yeah. And this is good as is. I could also link 2 into IP Masquerena, and then Celine summon out the Jack and from Graveyard. Which I think I'm gonna do. This is triple Endymion, but like, I kind of prefer having double Jack and King, double Endymion. And I'm obviously not going to use the Desires because I don't want to be removing. Here we go. What do you guys think about that for a turn? Like, no one has her? Have you tried playing Beta Calcrum? I don't know what that is. Obviously, he's going to get a double effect off that, which I don't want to have happen. But is he got a Widow Anchor? You want to try the training? Okay. Bounce the Servant. So the gameplay is just to blind our opponent with shiniest cards. So basically, yeah. Ghost wins his life savings and gems. That's funny. You didn't trigger this card. Oh, was that something given by a card effect, was it? Yeah, it was. Okay, we're gonna negate that just because he's probably gonna send away a card, like Garura or whatever, which is gonna force out the negate anyway. Which is what I'm worried about. At one time, I was tempted to buy the structure deck for this deck in real life. It is a good structure deck. Let that go through. Getting Sharon, sure. It was 2 cash the whole time. Yeah, did that. Okay. Insane Peddler Monster? Yeah. Royal Celine? I definitely would like a Royal Celine. What, send a card from hand to graveyard to summon that? Does he have effect in summon? You can't chain link block that. Well, I guess technically he can, because by the time Rhino Heart's gonna get to trigger, he's gonna have Scream, yeah. Is it worth to play without Election Might? Is it banned at TCG? It is banned at TCG. So in a lower powered format, absolutely, Endymions can still rock it in TCG. It's just that you have to try 20 times as hard compared to everything else. I do this now because he could send another Sheeran to fusion summon into Kleiderheart and do that stuff, which I don't want to have happen. We're just gonna do this right now. Too bad you can't use trade wars like gladly swap. Yeah, of course it's Tier Gem Knight, Dogmatic, and Mitsuki. Who would have thought? I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's 4 decks into 1. Like, who would have thought? It's gonna send Kashtira. What to say? He chose not to activate that effect. Oh yeah, I guess he already did it. Okay, I want to see this here. What did he add? This card. Sure. I hope he doesn't try to, if you had Underworld Goddess, you could still use it anyway. Just because this card discards, I think he's trying to bait out a negate so that he could discard a card. What is this? Gemini, Dugaris. Yeah. Nothing for me to really go for here. I'll let it go through just because I'm more worried about him going into a, whatever that card is called. The one that, yeah, we could negate that. I don't want him going for that one card, their Exciton Knight. Be pretty bad. Yeah, okay, I'm about to say. I was like, did I negate with Endymion yet before? I did. Okay. Ban was the Apollo ban for this deck. I never summoned Apollo. People were sending me stuff about what do we call it? I didn't realize he had that. Was sending me stuff about like that somebody actually, what do you call it? Summoned out 4 Deviant Spelltrap negates and then linked all 4 way into Apollo. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? What did he send off of this? People think that this deck is just a Pellucid Cope. This deck could get 6 negates without even going outside of the archetype. This guy's playing engine no hand traps. Yeah. Dugaris is the worst card of the game. I'd like use it, but I hate play it. I feel like it's do my cube shenanigans. Yeah, hello Windixia. Because I don't even play Endymion, I only made it up to Resurrect Dragoon and some Tarot, but it just happened to be Royal. Yeah. But yeah, no, I never even summoned a Pellucid. People like, even if I did summon it, people would actually comment about it being rare. I'm not gonna negate this just because he didn't send anything relevant off of the off the stuff. Okay, there's actually no point in not summoning out Endymion here from the hand due to the fact that I can't really bounce anything else. King of the Feral Limbs. Okay. Got an idea still. Managing that so he can't just go battle phase and attack over Endymion. He's gonna add a quick play spell here. I don't want him to use it. Is the structure I've ever played in this deck? Yeah, people use it a lot. I just don't like it because my playstyle is I like to summon out negates to protect my board. Skyscraper says you cannot summon out negates until you use up all your Skyscraper spells, and I don't like that. Sure, Boon clones heaven. Okay. I know I could have used my negates a little bit better, but I just didn't expect him to have anything else. So I thought that, okay, well, let's just stop him early. But I'd obviously know that. Negating the trap to search a monster probably was not as necessary, obviously. And I think that might be it. I think that was like the only thing. Because obviously negating the Bullet Fusion would have been a lot more beneficial. Now are we dead? Yeah, no. We're still fine here. Literally, the only thing at all to worry about is the Zeus. That's it. Who hurt these people? Yeah, the most Asian player? What? What does that mean? I felt like it's true, yeah. The only cashier card we've seen so far is Tier Cash? Yeah. So it's not Cashier, obviously. You can't just say, oh, it's Tier Cash, that's not Cashier. This has been... Oh, he's trying to fusion someone to Collider Heart? Okay. I guess he wants to shuffle back Endymion, right? Sure thing. Still. It's a good thing I didn't use Desires because I might still need it for follow-up. What? You didn't want to put Requiem on? You can attack a Draco King? Yeah. Then they gotta try to see if they can attack over Celine, right? Yeah, you can only use the ritual effect. Attributing Mokumo, summon Habakiri. Okay. Okay. Fair. Because every agent name is the game is a sweaty Ash player. Yeah. Alright, we'll see if he's got enough to OTK, because if we see if he doesn't, I think we'll be okay. $8,000. A little bit rough, because we only got 6,000 life points anyway. Yeah, it looks like it's game. Unfortunately, though, I think we negated the wrong card, obviously. Wait, okay. Yeah, Cavs can't negate that in the damage drop. I think we negated the wrong card when he sent. The only thing I would change at all is the Celiac kit. Because obviously him getting out Will Fusion got him the bodies he needed. Yeah. Next line, a new architect comes out with over safe locks, and we wonder why just with this moment. Yeah, Witchcraft has had a lot of locks on it. We've won on cold tosses so far, though. That's pretty neat. Got a good gold, yeah. And when they play 20 engines, exactly, yeah. Alright, let's see what we're up against. It's a 60-card deck, basically. Start off with Cerberus. Jackal King. Souls is banished. And Secrets is also gone, which means no Crowley play. Gotta remember that. Yeah. Doctor is okay. Bit of an effect. Let's confirm scales. Actually, I should link away the Basilisk just to make sure that we have stuff to be able to actually pencil them. Endymion. Okay. So I was gonna hope to do if I obviously didn't build the secrets, I was gonna go serve it, summon out Endymion, and then go serve it with reflection into Crowley, so that I could get the draw to whatever. But I couldn't do it because of secrets in graveyard. Feel that I get to plat then just relay for dailies. Nice. I'm getting coin tosses. That's nice. Play for dailies. Okay, I see what you see. I misread it. I got to plat, do wait for 2 seasons until I'm in silver, then get back up to plat just for the gems. Yeah. Well, this hand is interesting. We'll do this first. See what we're up against. Blue Boy is the perfect scout for any hand trap. Okay, good. For any hand trap. Because it checks for Ash because it's a search. It checks for Maxi because you did anything. It checks for Imperm and Veiler because you have whatever you call it. Because you put a body on field, and it also checks for Duel afterwards, so that means it's no disruptions. I mean, it could have Impulse, obviously, but... let's draw a card here. Alright, that's fine. But obviously send that away with, do that. Hopefully no Nibiru, because I am about to play into Nibiru. Okay, I saw a delay for a second there. I thought that might have been the K9 card. Alright. So not as good as I would have hoped, but it's still okay. Okay, we still gotta bash this to get us a bunch of counters, you know? So it's not really too terrible yet. We're also into the Nibiru range already, because obviously Jacker King and Blue Boy were the other summons. One, two, three. We'll grab ourselves the bash disc. And I'm thinking... Just trying to figure out if we preserving counters at all if I use Garuda first. Which, I'm not even sure. Probably not. I think we just do it this way. 2 and 3. Got back Jackal is fine. I can go Electromite. Go ahead and I was about to say confirm scales, but like I think Abductor still is a good card to get. Actually, Magister might be good. I'm gonna grab Abductor so I can use Bistro to get Endymion, but I'm also thinking that this is probably a good idea too. And we still just might get the stuff we need because of institution. Yeah, we actually still might get what we need anyway. Followed by... Let's think here. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is good. Pretty good. Do I want to pen summon first? And then like, nah, let's just do this to get that extra pen summon out. Okay, so we got Endymion here. We got a Jacker King here. We also got a Call by the Grave. So we're gonna go another Endymion. Because Call by the Grave is like a pseudo Jacker King, you know? Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Bash is in the middle. You over here. Here. Actually, I think we didn't mess this up. We could have done this better. You could have summoned Bashdisk on the very left where Jacker King is, and then went Bashdisk and Souls into IP Masquerader, and then linked it to Selene, so that IP Masquerader wasn't pointing to anyone. I don't think it's going to affect us too harshly, but I think it still would have been better. Yeah, I think it's not going to affect us too bad because we don't have to worry about the that's a lot of counters. About the zones because we don't have enough bodies to where that would be an issue. But this is still a good amount of disruptions. 1, 2, and 3. It is really nice not having to worry about Gouda not being usable, using that as a disruption. And, okay, so what we're looking at here is double spell trap negate. You got a monster negate and another monster negate with Call with the Grave, which is 4. Gouda bounce. Celine, which is another disruption, and then IP Masquerader, which for double disruption as well. Which I can also just like, what do you call it? He wants to chain a droplet or something? I can also use Gouda to summon out and then use that as a material. So this is looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 disruptions. Ooh, is your name? I wonder what kind of sweat this is. I get to, yeah. Let's see, it might be Sky Strikers. Okay, yeah. Is that a discard Widow Anchor? Maybe he's got Droplet in the end now. I'm not gonna negate that. It's just gonna be one draw, like it's like negating Upstart. Excuse me? I just debated whether I wanted to use Callboy or Jacking, because if he's got Droplet, you know, that's not gonna be too good for me. He also didn't. He normal summoned that card, right? Still got Gouda in hand. I've not seen Tenpai in like ages. Battle phase? He probably wanted me to use IP Masquerena on that. Oh, it's because of he has talents in hand. He had talents in hand, and he wanted to go do that. Okay, it's got to be talents. That's why he's surrendered in battle phase. Usually they surrender in end phase where they just are doing that. Yeah. 2 Pydra, excuse me? Who would ever run that at less than 3? Book of Eclipse. Wow. It's a really big difference when Konami stops guaranteeing Droplet in the hand. You would stop seeing Tenpai. Is it just me? Evenly? And evenly you set a card and then went battle phase and that's evenly? Oh, plus okay. Whip, Simo, I agree. Okay. By the way, was there any hand jumps in that guy's hand besides Fulos? Also, how long did I have call by for, I think? Oh, Vanquish Soul, right? No! Oh my goodness, I would die for Sky Striker Ace Ray. I do like going against Sky Strikers. We'll see what... Oh, that seems to be a... What if this is not even Sky Strikers? What if they're just using an overly heavy Sky Striker engine just for Yummy? He just links 2 into Camellia. Think with experience? As he was say evenly by accident. Oh, I didn't actually. I don't know if he had evenly in his in that deck. I didn't actually check for too long. Okay. It could be RB. Yeah. By the way, has Konami told us what RB stands for? Linkage now? Okay. Yeah, nothing we know in the hand at the moment. He added a linkage and then activated it immediately. It's an extra draw here. The only thing we really got to worry about against it, obviously Rose is an issue, but it's really their hand traps is what's gonna be carrying them. It's really the hand traps that's gonna be doing them justice, whatever you call it. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yep, like that. I don't really have anything because obviously he's just gonna pop with 0. These two are not. Everything in the hand doesn't really do too much. Do too well for me. Yeah, I just used the rose pop. Well, one of Maxi, yeah. Okay. Wish I wasn't at that much attack points. Otherwise, I would love to crash into it. I can still crash into it theoretically and get myself the talents, but yeah. I could like how to say I could banish Endymion for D-mod and then try to get a double thing so he can't try to pop one of my cards. But he could literally just Rose pop one and Widowmaker could steal the other. Mm-hmm. We'll see if he tries to outthink me and think he can just pop. Oh, okay. He doesn't have that. He just has double Widowmaker anyway. Alright, well, that's all I got. Obviously, I don't got anything. Too many bricks in hand. I thought he was gonna try to chain Rose and pop a Endymion, so I didn't have a card on the field with a counter. Actually, like, okay, well, Endymion can't be popped, so I should be fine. But yeah, he did do that. He had a second Widowmaker. Okay, can I get in the game, please? That doesn't need losing to Sky Striker? No, I lost to having 3 bricks in the hand and not anything to do with them. Obviously, Sky Striker has nothing to worry about because none of the disruptions do anything to Endymion, but I didn't have hardly anything to work with. Okay. I can do stuff here. Jackal King. Nope, that's still pretty good too. I think he's got a max C or something in hand, so I'm gonna test my luck here and see if I can maybe draw into Jackal King. Wow, this is exactly what I need to have happen if I have Chicken Game. This is a quite to the T what I want to have happen with Chicken Game. One, two, three, 6. Okay. After a pen summon, it's really, really difficult to get stuff out. Okay. I'm down 3,000 life points, gotta remember that. Wow, this is a Centurion? Seriously? It's actually Centurion, then I can capitalize with my whatever you call it. Capitalize with my Endymion negate. Yep. I'm gonna be greedy. I think I'm gonna be greedy. I'm not gonna be greedy. I don't need to be greedy. Need to be greedy. To draw one, I'm not gonna get upstart. Okay. You don't have an Oblivion card and a Centurion card in the graveyard. Yeah, he's probably trying to figure out why he can't draw. Like, you put your Centurion back in the deck. I'm guessing Chaos Angel. He could add. He obviously could summon out. No, it has to be Chaos Angel or Barone. Sure thing. What? Okay, not that it's a terrible play. Obviously, you could just pop Endymion in the main phase too. But like, my goodness, I kind of would have expected him to attack over Endymion. Target Citadel. No, we talk about Reflection, which is also not even worthwhile negating. Okay. Oh, that's pretty nice. Asking for what he wants to use Barone, which obviously he would be dumb to do. One, two, and we have plenty of counters in Citadel, so that's not even risk putting it down to. Yeah. Right, now we can just win here. Obviously, I move a counter to protect, and then when he tries to use his regained, I can just negate it and recycle back and just do it anyway. Nope. Don't need to. And now we're basically good. Oh, I could just negate that. Yeah. And that's an extra, it's an extra search as well. You would still only draw one as it's per summon, not per monster. Does Fool let you draw for every pen summon of the extra deck as you special 3 and the opponent can draw 3? No, it doesn't. You're right. It's the occurrence of summoning. So if I'm able to pen summon out 5 bodies at once, Fool would only get to draw 1. Okay. Two, 3, and 4. Obviously, I can get the hand at any moment I want, but I'm still just being what do we call it? Getting the counters that we want, you know. All right, let's look at the hand. A no. Wow. Nice hand though. You just got a ball trick in hand, which does nothing, and obviously the like I don't know what it's called. He turned his toggle off, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think so. Infinite spell counters. Yeah, it's basically just a matter of how long until we win. Let's not over drag it out though. Being able to use all 3 chicken game though before having to use Citadel, that's ideal is the word. Got you. Yep. Oh, I'm glad I didn't give him infinite draws into 2 of those. It's cool to see him, Centurion making a comeback, though. I like the Centurion. I think with that mastery draw, I could also search another negate, and then I'm definitely going to search yet another card as well, which is pretty funny to me. Because I used Objective's effect, then added it back with Electrobite, so its once per turn effect was erased, whatever you call it. We replenished, renewed. Alright. Is this the last remaining Endymion player on the planet? I think so. That's funny. When I was, it was 2023, and I was still using Endymions and locals, and one of the people on my local said, "You're the only person in the world in 2023 still on Endymion." I'm like, I guess I am. I just think this deck is awesome. I think it's one of the best well-designed decks in the game. Godspeed, gamer. Easy clap. Appreciate you. What? It's not a deck I expected to see. Okay, this is not too terrible. Okay. Well, obviously those are floodgates. Let's go mastery first. I think I'm more important to get myself to get a servant or something. You think, oh, bait out with Chicken Game, but see he's got Ash. You can't respond to Chicken Game. The other player can respond with card effects to this card. Oh, Eka Hands. And Duel. I think I could still Endymion Pop. I could get all my triple jacking stuff at Endymion Pop. He's obviously got something he can activate quick effect. It might be a skill drain, hopefully not. What to say, like, what? But no, I know what it is. Before I obviously want to use a Endymion, I wanna do this here. Okay, we should win right now then. I'm just seeing it's just cool seeing something different. Yeah. But want to see something that's even cooler, guys? I guarantee you, this will be the coolest thing you'll see today. This. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And obviously, if he uses a spell trap card, Endymion can just bounce serve it to the hand. GG's. Yep, he knows. He knows. Pop, I got 5 cards I can hold counters. I pop his 4 in my chicken game, and then we're fine. And even if I didn't have enough, I could just chicken game pop itself. Under Duel. Let's check that guy's deck list out. It was actually just Heka hands. He just broke down the Yugioh stuff. Yeah, Fall on the Virtuous would have been annoying, but like I said, I used Servant to summon out Endymion. And obviously, if I use Fall on the Virtuous on Servant itself, I still have Endymion's effect activatable to board wipe. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. Deck is 4 years old now. In it, we should expect some support soon, right? Which got something. The deck is actually not 4 years old. The deck is 7 years old. It actually is. It came out. It was TCG legal as of 2019 April 19th. I know that because I still have a timestamp on my phone of me buying the triple Endymion structure deck, and it was announced in January of 2019. It is not 6 years old. That would be 2022. It is 7 years old, which is like insane. Like as you can see. Alright. It's a good hand, but obviously, look at this. Adds a card. Draws. Adds a card. Self-explanatory. Adds a card. This screams Duel if I ever saw it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Ooh, else. Oh, they gotta show us the duel log what was in his hand. I saw a couple things. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Seeing the moment the candles appeared, I'm gone. Like, okay. Do you want the new top tier pen deck, Neocraft? Yeah, I would switch it over to that from Endymions, but I'm an Endymion fanatic. I'm a spell counter specialist. So that was hilarious. What if Pearl had to roll Poolos to get both? That's all that. Yeah, Neocraft. I asked people what happens if it gets dueled, and no one's answered me yet. So I wonder what happens. So far, I've seen Hagahan's Kashchua, I've seen Tenpai, I've seen Pure Sky Striker, and then I saw Mitsurugi, Feedsmith, what was the other card? There was 2 other decks. Mitsurugi, Feedsmith, with... I can't remember what the other 2... There was 4 decks into 1, though. Tealment, and... I don't remember. Okay, first time seeing Cooltoon. Rose committed? Yeah. I was gonna say, I've been seeing a lot of diversity, which is nice. Oh, and Centurion. Yeah, I remember seeing Centurion as well. Another deck. His hand's okay. Like, so far, I've been constantly only getting Chicken Game in the hand before Citadel. Except for one time which wasn't too bad. It was the one I had when I summoned out Celine and moved 3 counters from the Citadel to summon out Souls from Graveyard, and then I used Chicken Game and then did that. Yep. Konami really needs to not print cards like this. Yeah. It's cards like that that really just, like, it gives you way too much of an unfair advantage, I'd say. And before we get an Endymion card that says, remove a spell counter from your field to look at your opponent's hand. Yuck, cool tune? Yeah. I am waiting for the new Dark Magician cards to come through, though. Because for starters, I want to use Dark Magical Curtain in Endymions. I think that might be a really good card. Especially someone dragging straight from the deck. And that's a material for Electromite at worst, you know? And I don't want to say at worst. Like, it's pretty good as a material for Electromite. And if not, it's a 1-card spellbook engine. Because obviously summon out a dragging from deck, banish for Demon, add souls, soul summon out, look into Crowley, and you haven't used a normal summon up yet. That like sounds pretty good. And let's be real, if you want triple of the Dark Magical Curtain and get all 3 in the hand, you know, oh, it's a 1, what's a turn, you get a brick on it. But what's a 1-card Crowley, yes, but it also gets out souls as well. So it's like somebody got souls from the deck and then drawing 2. You're not gonna Dark Magical Curtain summon souls. You're gonna Dark Magical Curtain summon out Jackie or Endymion, banish it for Demon to get souls, and then souls can summon the other Dark Magical Curtains. So it's one of the like rare occurrences where drawing all 3 copies of it, you know, it's not necessarily bad for you. Obviously, unless your opponent negates it. But like in theory, it should be good. The only thing I would worry about is if I already use up my souls effect, you know, and I draw into more curtains, that might be a little bit of an issue. But that should be pretty rare, I would say. Shouldn't be that common. I think it's gonna be a good card to use in the Endymions. Having said that, though, I said A, I want to use it in Endymions. B, I actually want to grind with Dark Magician for a season when the new support stuff comes through. Because my favorite Endymion card, it's not Endymion card, but Dark Magician card. Does anybody, you know what? Let's make this fun. Does anybody have any guesses on what my favorite Dark Magician card is? Is he putting Endymion on the top of the deck? What? I like Endymion though. If I had multiple in the hand, then I wouldn't want to get multiple. But I actually like Endymion in the hand at 1. But the Record Shadow, I've answered your question about what we do if we get drawn. We have 2 ways to play into it, but after that we just make do with whatever we had drawn. I see what you mean. Quit putting cards that give hand knowledge Konami. I agree. I see what you mean with next year, okay. Does anybody have any guesses on what my favorite Dark Magician card is? I'll give you a hint. Obviously, there are a lot of them. I'll give you a hint. This Dark Magician card performs an action that is also performed in Endymions. Not word for word, but it's also pretty good in Endymions as a thing to do. We'll use this there, the scale. If he's got Imperm, I'd rather Abductor get Imperm because she's not going to leave the scale anyway. But we'll see if he's got a draw or whatever. No? Okay. With Bistro, we can chainlink back to Zaylan, which is pretty good. He's not gonna negate this. I'm not gonna do this. I don't expect him to try to Zaylan negate Chicken Game. Also, this negates effects, right? Negate the effect. Yep, so that means if he negated Chicken Game, I would still get the counter for it. Oh, he's gonna... Gotta go stroke it back. DMG, because you're Secret Dragoona? No, it's not. DMG doesn't do a similar thing in Dark Magician. In whatever you call it. It's an effect. I'll give you a hint. Another hint. It's a spell card. It's a spell card in Dark Magician that does a similar thing that Endymion's that an Endymion card does. IRS, okay. Oh, we get 24 people watching. Appreciate all of you. Chaos Angel's on? Sure. I don't know, body another dragon. Oh. Obviously, sending a second one would be even worse because then he's just gonna RS negate it, and I go -2 for no reason. That would have been what I like. Hey, goofs. Okay. Let's check what's let's check here. If I wanted to add a dark, I already got souls, so no. He's got Ghost Ogre. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best here. Obviously, can I add you? Can I do? That's just might be my best bet. So let's try that. Obviously, I think the back row is a cool twin synchro. I don't even know if that's good for him. Because he's got Ghost Stroke. I imagine he's got a Ghost Stroke with the Charmer. So I want to figure out, is it better for me to add a Dark Monster or a Light Monster? I don't think there's any, what do you call it? What order uses the effect? They're not going to tell me? No. I guess Roto is the... Yeah. This is this thing, because if he goes Ghost Stroker, then I can at least add Bash this to try to draw another card. Okay. I got thoughts here first. Gonna go for SP, but then I also don't have any play after SP. Like SP can bait out the last two disruptions, but I have actually nothing. So we're doing it this way. Yeah, Ghost Rogue does hurt here. For some reason, I kept trying to play him on the two disruptions here on the field. But yeah. The only thing I can think of is maybe if I had SP to bait out the last two, if I Beast Droid, I have to have him use his cool tune Synchro that I could Endymion and try to summon and pop. But yeah, I got nothing else at the moment. The only other option I'm thinking of is have Jacking in the field, and I am SP to try to target. And then he tries to chain something else, you know, and I chain Bistro to that. Whatever. Uh, yeah. I love how greedy master plays with their chain links. What you mean? Okay, so people don't know, my favorite Dark Magician card is Dark Wedding Magic. Card that says if you control monsters whose original names are Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, destroy our cards what it controls, which is like awesome. And that's a card I really like. Ooh, 6 card deck. Really like. Basically, the card it's like is Endymion. It's basically the Endymion board rip for Dark Magician. This is actually a really good hit. Okay. Why can't that happen when I brick? Like, imagine I only had Pedlums in hand. Yeah, but the reason I say that, when the new Dark Magician cards show up. What is this? What am I looking at? Beansmith Hero Makanko. I don't have no words. I don't have any words at all. With the one Dark Moon and double droplet. I have no words. I get people trying to never go trading 3 plus other stuff anymore because Alt SPIA is a problem. Until I don't know what that card is. Don't worry about it, but no shame in losing when they know your hand. Yeah, I mean, there's that. Appreciate you, Frank, though. Yeah, but that Dark Magic or Curtain card is a 1-card Dark Wedding Magic, which is really awesome. Alright. Well, we'll see if he's got Draw or Ash. Oh, done. Okay, that's good. Yet. 1, 2, and 3. 45 card deck. Without Jack of King, make sure that it's safe from the Desires Banish. And Crowley. Guarantees my spell activation. Regardless of what I get, I'm going to be able to trigger Servant. I'm also on 3 summons, by the way. I gotta remember that. You. I'm gonna get out another Jack King, I think. Now we can knowledge. Send Crowley away. Cool. We're gonna play a little bit riskier then. We're playing into Nibiru now, but he also is. I'm already in the Nibiru range, and he didn't have anything, so we're gonna do this. Add an Endymion. We could get out like every negate out before we use Desires. Add back the Endymion. Game. Yeah, chicken game is still good to use too. We have everything out of the deck. We might. I don't even think we need to use do that. Desires. I don't think we need to use Desires. Do this first so we can get the materials. Whatever you call it. The link zones or whatever. Yeah, I think we just keep Desires at hand. Oh, we could get a Jack King sandwich here. Alright. also one more counter means you get to search a Garuda. Sure. I can search right now, but I'll see what I draw first, because if we do draw the Garuda, I'll just search a Magister. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How about that? Instead of the other Endymion, they have literally everything out of the deck. I don't need to use those. Okay, that's follow-up as well. It is very nice not having to worry about Into the Void being the card that slows me down. Neocraft maybe, another one? So, yeah. Spider. What about the spider? What do you got? You got the Dark Ruler? I can't use Garuda until I use an Endymion negate that removes a monster from the field. I think the current plan is Endymion bounce Abductor, then the right Endymion bounce Endymion, and then Endymion summon back on the field, Endymion bounce the other Endymion, and then Garuda can activate. Oh, it was a Neocraft. Is it a Neocraft or is it Endycraft? Everyone says people like to say Endycraft, but like people also pronounce things wrong all the time as well. Good draw. He had the tire topper was head traps. What's this? Is this worth using? You know the Volwood? That seems like a. I mean, it seems if every single deck that they make is one card combo decks, then I guess that seems like a better card to use. Can you show the tier deck from earlier? Shoot. I was going to when he said that. Endycraft, yeah. Well, okay then. I guess I can still show that deck list now. The Tiamat one. It was it was at the very beginning. This one. Yeah, they had everything. They had it was Fiendsmith, Telement, Brilliant Fusion, whatever, Gem Knight, Kashtira. Yeah, it actually was Kashtira. Full out Kashtira. There was Mitsurugi 1. Dogmatica, I guess 2, because he said that, so Dogmatica. Telement 3, Kashtira 4, Fiendsmith 5, Gem Knight 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually was 6. Mitsurugi, Dogmatica, Telement, Kashtira, Fiendsmith, Gem Knight. Teching in a Fairy Tale Snow as well. So yeah, 6 archetypes into 1. And if you want to count that, 7. Because they're all using Wait. What? How do they plan on using this card? Set a monster that mentions Fallen Albaz from your extra to the graveyard. Doesn't. Or if you have an Ecclesia monster in your field or graveyard, where's this Ecclesia monster? What? This card is unusable. He actually can someone help me out here? Wow, it has everything, huh? The synchro? 1 tutor plus 1 more non-tutors. I guess he tries to summon this card, I guess. You have an Ecclesia monster in your field or graveyard. So he wants to summon out the Ecclesia card like this way. So his goal is to synchro summon into this card using the non-tuners that he has literally no tuners in his entirety of his deck. Lily, where's the tuner? He's got no tuners in the deck. So how does he plan to summon this card out? Synchro doesn't... That mentions out. Oh, I thought you meant as a material. Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I thought I had to mention it as a material. I guess I looked too far into it. Okay, I guess that's true. You can just send this card. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is like pretty good for board breakers too. Like I think that if I need to, I might have to use that card then. That's bright blue. One Fallen and the Virtuous, yeah. Okay, okay. This hand is not ideal at all. I wonder if the new Pharaoh's Servant card as well could be usable in Endymions. But due to the fact that Dark Magical Curtain is not a quick play spell, it's not really worth it to set it from the deck. What are we looking at here? Yeah, it looks like he's only got the 2 level 5s. I just gotta make sure I cannot be using Magician's Soul's effect, otherwise he's just gonna be able to negate it. Or trigger off his K9 cards. Oh, this is Nibiru proof too, isn't it? Because this is only on summon number 4. Another Holly Sue. Fair enough. I guess he's about to use the first one for K9 stuff anyway. By the way, is Ripper? Is that Izuna? Is that the same card lore-wise? They look identical. They add, by the way. He added Joko. It just locks out a light. Summons for that. Pretty interesting. It turns the graveyard guard, yeah. Why do they keep saying that they can't be used for the summon of a light monster? What are they so worried about them summoning? Is it just that one? Also, why really that? It's not that good, to be honest. I don't know, maybe I might try something good. But this hand's really not the best. Can you break the board with this hand? I doubt it, but I mean, I also don't like giving up hope too easily. I might draw into something that's actually crazy or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I draw into Talents. That might draw me to Desires. That might draw me into Spellbook Engine. You never know. But I've also been doing, like, actually fantastic this stream. I've almost gotten 2 rank ups in an hour and a half, which is... I've almost gotten my actual stream goal, typically, in half the time. So, like, I can afford to spend a little more time to see if I can break a board. Using that now.
Did they ban spell cancel yet, by the way? What's the card that allows them just to look at the hand for no reason? No. I see. Don't worry, yeah. Yeah. He only sets. Wait a sec. What is it? You never know. I could draw into Mash Tree. You could have no hand traps. But I honestly doubt it. Obviously. Like that, I said I could draw into Mash Tree. You never know. I can't summon out Jackal, otherwise he's just gonna set it face down. But then again, if I that does use it up, doesn't it? Like it's like I can't summon that, otherwise he's gonna set it face down. But like if I'm gonna be doing any kind of moves at all, then I might as well like, and then he's gonna have that disruption anyway. So maybe we just might as well make him use it up on Jackal. That's an idea. Yep. Okay. He's got still got that in the gate still, I believe, right? Unless he's just sitting on an Ashen hand, obviously. Then I lose. But we'll see what he's got. Watch out for rocking the Vanquish Soul. Vanquish Soul. He obviously kept that zone open so he could somehow raise in it. But let's see, if I add Citadel, right? Unless he's just like sitting on a Duel anyway, you know. If I add Citadel, trigger that service without Jackal King, right? That's 1/1, and that's 1. Activate Citadel, that's 3/1, that's 2. Oh. I'm gonna be able to trigger Abductor. Like, I have to deal with this card being a negate. I also gotta deal with Raisin. I thought. Does he got draw? No. Okay. Yeah, there's a reason why I oh, he's got. Remember that he's got bad luck whatever in hand. Gotta deal with that as well. I don't know why I didn't just return Borger to hand. Like, look at that. He's out of disruption. It's so close. Like, I mean, he's not out of disruption, obviously, because he's got that, but, like, I can just pencil him out one and I don't cut anything. Like, it's so close. It's, like, so close. Like, if I had that Jackal face up, I'd be able to Electrobite. And if he negates the activation, it doesn't destroy, which means I can still do stuff with it. But unfortunately, I'm just one too short. Well, not only one too short, but I think one more push and I think I'll be okay. Like a Talents, like I said, drawing into a Talents. Mashu is still good, though, let's be real. You can see that hand was a total brick, and we almost played through it. But obviously, it's obviously because they didn't have any hand chops. A single hand chop obviously would have been a lot worse to deal with. Gonna start off with Cerberus first. We don't like Cerberus getting stuck at the scale, but I also don't really have a play if Cerberus gets ashed. So I'd rather Cerberus get ashed instead. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, that's not really what I wanted. It's fine, though. I wanted Bash just do it so I could get Bash just on the field, so I can still do that. It's okay, though. It's fine. I can still Endymion summon from the, if I need to. I don't need to. See, I would have had, Bash just collecting those counters to cycle back, Cerberus instead, drawing card. Or Jackal King instead. Right. Do that and put a Jackal King there. It's a Endymion first, because I'm definitely going to pen someone out first. And summon out these two. Yeah, I will summon out you too. Get as many bodies in the field as possible. Active you, pop the Endymion. Sure, abstract. Thinking. Yeah, I think a demon's a better one to go for. One, two. Actually, to keep that counter on Servant. I think we could do something with it. I think we could do something with that counter. The thing I was thinking of doing is actually Trap King and negate it by bouncing Servant, but I actually don't even think that's a really too good of an idea at the moment. There's nothing else we actually really want to go for. Yeah, maybe we just do this here instead. 2. Oh, 4, 5. We have low on counters. We can solve it by doing this. I think we can still do it. We're not gonna be able to go for a IP Masquerade play, which I wanted to because we're so low on counters. I think this is probably the best bet to do this. Yeah. I mean, do this here. So instead of linking to IP Masquerade now, we're just gonna have a bunch of counters in the field instead, which I like much better. I think my favorite thing. Okay. And obviously we pop bash this too because I wanted to make sure that we had the room for Garuda as well. So yeah, those are board. It's 6 disruptions. So we have enough to negate with all of our monsters at the moment, but we still need them to use another spell card if we want to negate. We use Garuda effect or Celine. Straight back to Jack King is also not ideal. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, Frank. I was. I don't know this matchup. But at least he's gonna let us use a bunch of counters. Expecting. Today we learned, yeah. The reason why I negated that is because I didn't want Garuda getting negated by this, so him stopping. But that card doesn't do anything. Obviously, I don't want to Garuda bounce him anyway. It's not what's returned. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm terribly worried about stuff. Fine by me. Is this a floodgate deck? I think I'd actually rather just Endymion bounce himself in the hand so I can board wipe. Yeah, it's not gonna matter what you target. I'm gonna summon out. Yeah, I'm gonna Endymion bounce himself to the hand. I think he's more worried about whatever it is. I got a negate for either one of his cards as well. If you chain another spell, I'm negating that too. Nope, actually think there's a way to, yeah. Nope. Yeah. Being Di-Fi and the deck pack ticks you off. Yeah. It did nothing but give me more counters though. Let's see, we got Triple Dimensional Fisher, we got Rivalry, and goes in. Yeah, is that? Fortunate that Endycraft is there to be a boatload of counters. Like I said, I had enough counters, but I didn't have enough for Celine and Garuda. Alright. I still got to use Bash's effect anyway later on, so it's fine. Blunder didn't really cost us much at all, considering we were still able to use it to get Garuda back, which is nice. Is it with Iziel? Oh, is this Parallel Exceed? Is this Malice? Parallel Exceed? No, it's just Yummy. Imagine a Link 1 that has the effect cannot be used as synchro material just because of Yummy. Wait, so he added 2 and discarded what? He added Yummy, Cupsy, and Marshmallow, and then discarded Marshmallow, and then summoned out Cupsy, so we don't know what else is in his hand. What brew of Yummy, though? We'll see. What did he add? Surprise. Yeah, we don't know anything that's in his hand at the moment. Normal summon a Fool, though. This is crazy, though. Wow. Okay. Wait. No, Troll and Lockwood is a spellcaster. Hello? Excuse me? What? This is interesting. Okay, it's actually fabricated. Doesn't have anything though. Oh, I guess he's got one with Fulos. Spanish one for another link one. What? Because it's a beast? What is happening? Wow. That's creative. What are the choke points? I'm on a 1-8-1 win streak with pure no floodgates. That's pretty cool. They okay, let's see what he adds here. Ractail, is this where he goes Ludolite combo? Any aircraft functions perfectly fine and wins without stupid floodgates. Draw the little guys, banish the field spell. Yeah, I mean, I don't really consider Duel, what do you call it? A choke point part, you know, you just draw whatever kind of a deal. It's not really like, oh, when do I want to time this? What are the choke points? Like, you don't need to know to draw immediately. Oh yeah, I want to know what this card does. I don't know what it is. Private Gain Spriggan's Kit. That's pretty good. Does anyone remember Spriggan's at all? Oh yeah, that card's pretty problematic. Really only stops field spell and the deck combos on its main win con. Oh, the main win con is the burn thing, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Wait, what does this card do? Actually, don't even know. Okay, it's only that set the graveyard. So I'm gonna summon out Shackle first, but putting the stuff in that scale stuff, like reminds me of the good old what do we call it? Imperm scale lock. And we don't gotta worry about Veiler, Ghost Ogre, obviously Maxi is not usable. Or whatever you call it. Draw Lockwood. Okay, but he's got Ash. Oh, I guess we're doing this. He's got another 2 disruptions, and I don't have too much of a play. Try this. Definitely gonna negate it with his Herald. Okay. Obviously, we die to the Age of Warrior thing. Wish that Reflection was a servant instead, so that I could still use it if he bounces Artemis, but obviously I don't have anything if he bounces again. Now, if anyone's wondering, saying, wow, I don't know why he didn't do that, saying, oh, now that Hail's off the field, you can use that effect. He could still send from field to the graveyard if he wanted to, prevent by getting stuff. Alright. You know what? That's fair. I didn't actually think about the time. Duels plus Trebegate is the bounce plus book. Yeah, I know about the book now. And I use Trebegate and dueling, so I do about the bounce. The book, the board looks dangerous. I could have done something, I'm sure. Like that chicken game drawing card, I definitely could have drawn into some good stuff, I think. And obviously, drawing into something that Reflection could summon out would just force out his Trebegate card. And we don't know what it would have drawn. Whether draw earlier and save both of us some time. He couldn't have drawn earlier because of his Heriatic Seals or whatever. But yeah, no. I wish he just would have revealed draw so I could have gone next game. We ban draw already, please? No, because Konami won't be able to dictate who wins games if we ban draw. 10 a.m. in Asia? Oh, Tone, are you in Asia right now? Hype. Dude, it's nothing but Asian-style names, alright? Oh, okay, never mind. I see what you mean now, Tone. I didn't read the comment beforehand. That it's 10 a.m. in Asia, so they're obviously doing more Asian stuff. You can't believe Endymion has dropped the deck for a fake Pendulum deck. I see that, Wolvus. Yeah, I mean, wow, the Demon's where it's at. That's the timeless deck. Joel is blocking all the non-meta decks and some meta decks. No, I'm EST. Yeah, same here, Tone. We might be in the same time zone. But yeah, no. Konami is Joel's Konami's way of making sure that people want to buy the newer decks. This reminds me of this one time, it was when, what do you call it? Maker Soul first came out, all the stuff was different types. So people were like, oh yeah, a popular floodgate right now is there can only be one. So Konami's printing a deck that doesn't die to flip there can only be one. So that people stop using it because, oh, you don't need to, it's not going to do anything to Maker Soul, so people are going to stop using it. And then they just put in a deck that uses it instead. So Maker Soul started using there can only be one. I'm like, okay, so your goal was to put a deck that doesn't die to a floodgate to make it go out of favor, and yet you just made that deck now use the deck all the time. And that's the reason I bring that up, is because Konami prints out decks that don't die to Droll, which just means that those decks are not going to be using Droll, so that they don't have to, they just Droll themselves, obviously. What the? He's going to summon D-Mod off of that? No, it's D-Bellstein. That's illusion, yeah, he gets summon D-Mod. It's a light illusion too. But he gets summon D-Mod off this. Oh my goodness, he's gonna use that to floodgate me because he's just gonna summon that one card that prevents me from I have to set cards before activating them. I'm playing with RT and you can die to Droll half the times. Mitsugi versus Maker Soul part of the K9. Yummy, all were a bit weak to Droll. Yeah, when I was using Heroes, Droll was able to stop Cool Tune a little bit. You see the design of Droll resistant line to call to all the new decks? Yeah. Just boost Striker even more. If they make actual fun and interesting decks at 8 BS, people will want to play them. Yeah. He added Gaze, didn't he? The actual Azamina deck? Strike Sugar, Strike Sugar like needs to open custom to not die to Duel 2. Forget about that one. Yeah. Endymions have to open like about, I think 30% to 40% of Endymion hands can play through Duel. But unfortunately, I get hands that I'm going second against several disruptions that I also have to be with Duel. Going first though, like there are hands, definitely hands that I can either summon a negate to negate the Duel, or I just don't have any ads, or one ad the whole time. Like when I have a like Servant, Master, Citadel, Endymion, and Mastery in hand, and they draw off the Mastery search, I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to do any more searches. I can still play through early from here. I can't target my own cards, and I can't target his one card if I see it as a mana. But I don't target my own cards with anything other than Bestiary, Jackal, you know, the scale effect of Jackal, and Reflection Summon effect for the only cards, and Electrobite. Does this card summon out something that's problematic? Other Sylvia. Alright, what do we got here? Lots of draws. It's Elzet, right? Nope, it's just this. Elzet doesn't even lock you? I gotta deal with Bro negate, Sylvie negate, Dragoon negate. So 3 negates already. You might just summon out that floodgate thing like I said before. 3 negates and a pop and I'm already enough, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna summon out the floodgate card. I'm gonna check though. Right there. He sent this card. People know. Take a level 5 or higher illusion from your deck and either actually hit or special summon it. So he's just gonna summon out this card and floodgate me for the turn. Anyway, so it's not like I would have had any chance. Even if he just passed this turn on that trap card, I would have lost. Alright, you got a coin toss though, that's pretty nice. He gets a bit better at Master where all the Brandons are, yeah. Alright, 60 card deck. I gotta draw into something good here though. 60 card deck drawing Maxi. How about that? Okay. Still kind of ideal to draw into the chicken games before using Citadel. Okay then. That's pretty good. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Theoretically, because I was just gonna pop bash this can pass, Theoretically, I could pop Jackal King, and then use Basilisk to remove the 1 counter from Endymion and 2 from Citadel to add it to my hand. Yeah. Activate it. Pop it for Abductor. Activate Abductor. Scale Endymion. And then pencil it out the same board. It will be the same board. Yeah. All that stuff to get Abductor and Endymion. The scale, pencil it out 2. And it'd be the same board. I'd just have less counters, and he'd have 2 draws. So. Yeah. They aren't playing Floodgates for now? Get what? The Brandon players aren't playing Floodgates? I imagine I'll have trouble with Brandon now. None of that stuff does anything to me before. But yeah. If I wasn't under Fulos, I would have performed that because you don't know what I would have drawn. But I'm not gonna play on almost no spell counters and give the opponent 2 draws with the same exact board, just for the chance that I might draw into 1 card that might be helpful. Oh, that's fun. Droplet and Fulos in that. Okay. Oh, and then he gets to go, I think, full combo from here, right? Jeez. Maybe I actually get a playable hand here. It gets Synchro 8, yeah. Did a lot of versus Brandon, I get the same level of angriness he used to be at the MJ release? Michael Jackson release? Okay. Just hope no Ash here, or Duel, obviously. I mean, he wasn't Duel or Ash. He just purged and impulsed. What? So he locked himself out of all monster effects for the duel. Whoa, the heck? What am I looking at? Okay. Other than man, I can't remember the deck that plays both. Runic probably. Oh, and Labyrinth. Oh, no, probably not Labyrinth. But yeah, ban is like the only one. PP poo poo. Okay. I'm obviously gonna start with Mastery first. It's a sad day when Mastery by itself doesn't do anything. I'd rather Mastery get ashed rather than a Desires gets ashed. Okay, no Duel is really nice. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Finish Bashes though, fortunately. Alright. So summon out Jack King. I was thinking I could summon out Endymion and then obviously Jack King summon out Jackal, whatever. However. Yeah, I'll still do this. Keep the thing on the field. I'd rather just get the counters I need for this, you know? I can do this here. 1, 2, and 3. Bash is obviously gone, but I don't really need Bashes at the moment. Go ahead and I guess put an Endymion in. We get some of that from extra deck at the end where we need to. Let's just pen someone out right now because I'm pretty sure we can get out the 6 negates. We just pen someone out. Let's go for a Jack King sandwich. Why don't we? Yeah, we can get out all 6 negates here. Special summon out. Sending the literal last card. It's okay, we can keep that in. Save it, that's fine. Did this. Pop you. Add you back. Nice, I almost forgot that we, Yeah, I'm about to say, do we have something in extra deck that, Graveyard? I thought we had Jack King in Graveyards. Like, do I want to go into Sleep first? Summon out Jack King and then skill the Endymion? Endymion. We don't even need to use an Endymion scale effect either, because we could just do this. Jack King sandwich! Alright. Surprising something else who want the effects. I mean, yeah, I mean, Hugin is pretty good for searching. But, like, the main way is floodgating, and you don't really need to activate floodgates. Because then you just summon out a Hugin, and then tribute summon for, whatever you call them. A Majesty's Fiend, Vanity's Fiend. Would a Grassboss fix still? Phantasm use both Dominus cards? Yeah, Phantasm doesn't use any monster effects besides maybe hand traps. I checked Master Meta and saw an insane catch list using all the Dominus. That's what I was thinking. Oh man, that sounds crazy. You think this guy is on a droplet as well? Oh, okay. By the way, since Super Poly is a chain link, oh man. Nice.
Since Super Poly's Chain Link, not Chain Link 1, Guido would not be able to bounce it. I wish I could, but no, I can't. Because obviously if you can attack over one of them. Yeah. Probably attacking over the Endymion, I'm guessing. What? No way. Dude, if anyone doesn't know, that's the card I just negated with. The middle one. You see that it's right there in the middle? He attacked over the card I already negated with. So I didn't lose a single disruption here. Why did he activate the burn? Dude, what? Why would you do that? I mean, maybe he was just out of anything, but my goodness, attacking over the one that already uses negation. I gotta remember, the Super Poly is gonna be running rampant. This looks like a very small monster portion. Is this normal? This doesn't look normal. What is happening here? This looks really weird for a monster engine. Let's keep going, though. Poly dead hand? Yeah. They just want their bodies and beat you to death. It's like playing with skill drain. Yeah. Nice. Coin toss. This guy's name is Uwu? Okay, this hand is super not good. We'll see if he... Okay. Okay. I'm not going to pencil it out one and pass, but we'll do it this way. I saw a delay there just now. Guess even broke even to crash SI targets? Oh. Not quite. Nothing here, though. I mean... I'll try to spellbook. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I think one disruption is like asking just to not have anything. Something still, you know? Would you like to try to be with me? Now that I think about it, Secret's Folly would have been better still. Considering I would have gotten the extra count on Magister, allowing me to use Endymion's effect a little bit more easier. I think we'll still be alright. So better than what I had before, you know. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I still have enough to negate the view if I need to, don't worry. Let's do 4 counters on the board. Save it. But now that I think about it, maybe it just would have been better anyway to keep Sylvan on the field to discard blue boar. That probably would have been a good idea. I think I should have just kept Sylvan on the field. Probably just pop Institution, but protect it, kind of a deal. And yeah. I'm not gonna buy balancing Magister, I don't think. This B equals broke even to craft SR targets. 1, 2, 3, 4 counters. So still have enough to negate with both the Endymions and the Draco Kings. And the Draco King, but I don't have enough for Magister, which is, I think it's okay. What, they are taking so long to show if Endymion is going to get any new cards?
I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't really think so. We'll let that go through because I need the counters, and I'll just negate. Wait, actually, no, that's true. I won't. Maybe that was a dumb idea. That was a dumb idea. Okay. I should have just negated that one. Obviously, I can't negate the brand loss, but I also couldn't negate Super Poly anyway, either. Immediately, as soon as I let brand loss go through, like, wait a second, the whole point of brand loss is that you can't negate those stuff. That's fun. Okay, he would have just fused in with everything else anyway. So far, I think this is 2 duels lost to Super Poly. The best deck in the format can play it? Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't negate, I can't stop, use Master's effect. He's just going to, negate it, because this mentions Vala Malbaz. Oh? Sense for cost was not like it would negate, I would do this. Because if I summon out Dragon prior, he just attack over it. Unless he has Ash. It's an actual joke. So this guy started off with Uolos, Super Poly, Albaz already to fusions with the board if he needed to, the Fallen Virtuous, and Ash Blossom.
I don't know if Alba's confused with Magister. Artesia. Okay. Okay. As long as you eat a light or dark. Dark matter can eat one monster. Dogma, okay. Oh, okay. What he drew. I can't remember if that's like a fusion summon effect on the. I can't negate it. But why do you save it to summon out a card? I can't negate it, whatever. Unfortunately, I would love to have Endymion pop as the first thing, but I can't. I have my zones filled up and stuff. I still think putting Match on the scale is a good idea, obviously, because I need to make sure I have as many resources as possible. The issue is, in order to keep a scale, Match has got to put a body on the field, which is going to allow Ecclesia to banish during the main phase. What do you add? Fallen Virtuous to hand? Okay. Is that a dragon? That 3500 attack dragon? That is not a dragon. Is he a spellcaster? Okay, that card does nothing to me. It's a beast? That's weird. Okay. That's a good card. Oh, he's doing that now, which is actually means I don't have to worry about triggering him whatever. Effect first to put a body in the field for Alabaz to fuse with. So we know that he's got a Fall on the Virtuous in hand, and Creme, and the face down is a Retribution. Doing this first with Institution first, because if he summons a card that could pop stuff, and I would rather him not be able to pop the what do we call it? Please. If he summons out like what do you call it? The Dragon Strike Chaos card that pops stuff. I don't want to use the card Institution already that has 3 counters, and then activate Institution, and then we have that get popped. So we're doing this right now. We know if this has no hand disruptions in hand. We'll get Endymion out from extra deck. Okay. Right. It's got a spell. The cards in his hand don't do anything to help him. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Whatever you summon out is gonna get popped. Gotta remember that. He's got Shrimbrum in Graveyard. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boom, baby! Right? That's why I popped the this card. Regular Godal just gonna trigger Graveyard anyway, and this card's unaffected, so I think I did that the best way I could. The other card in his hand is the spell card. You should summon it too. I'm guessing the Albion, right? Blue Dragon? Okay. The counter trap negates the summon? Yeah, but he can't negate scales, which so I knew that I was basically safe. Okay, so let's recap. He's got Fallen Virtuous in the hand. I just want to make sure that we don't run out of time. But he added it to hand at the very end, so we know that's not a hand trap. His graveyard, he already uses Brum Brum. This card doesn't do anything, that card doesn't do anything, that card doesn't do anything, that card doesn't do anything. It literally is just Grand Garganol is the last thing. So I gotta make sure I don't actually use a effect that that does anything disastrous. Okay. Finds an extra deck, there's that. Right. 1, 2, okay. I actually only need to remove one counter, don't I? Let's say Aliber, it's not going to do anything. Yep, good. Hoisted. And, oh yeah, Retribution's also in graveyard. Sure. Have I triggered the scale Citadel effect yet? I gotta know this. Okay, I did not destroy it by himself. I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I have not. Yeah. This gives me infinite counters. Okay, so even if I did, I'd be fine. Last high scale in the deck. Making sure I'm not accidentally using the wrong card, you know? Blue board here. Yep. Using Institution first to get those counters, though I don't really know if that's gonna really mean anything. Use it first anyway to get the counters. Not penciling yet. I need to make sure I do this here. 7 counters. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. View from deck. Okay. You. I'll get you and you. Let's see back. Get you, and I think this is game. Do this just in case he's got something up his sleeve, you know, that I don't know about. 4 counters. 1, 2, 3, S54. Get Gluta out. I'm not paying attention to chat right now because I want to make sure I get this, but let's go ahead and axe the code. Yeah. Making sure I'm not accidentally banishing X code and losing the game from that. And that's a perfect 8,000. What do you guys think about that? The counter trap that gets to 7. 6 to 7? Yeah. If he has Guardian Camille, you're cooked?
No, I wouldn't be cooked. That's the whole reason I was explaining in the... I can show you why I wouldn't be cooked. The whole point of me explaining why I was using the institution that didn't have any counters, because I was using Endymion to remove 7 counters to with institution. I can show you the reason why I was playing around that. Place rally, sure. I said in case he's. I even mentioned KS Star Source or something as a as the example because it pops 2 cards. Gotta commit does the exact same thing. I'll show you out here.
Satisfying win? Yeah. Guardian Camille needs a fusion spell? Yeah, what's...
Talking about polarization, stopping you from being targeted. This hand was also really not that good, like I said before. I'll have to get to the thing when it's back to my turn. This is there. Yeah, Hulos, Ash, Droplet. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do the whole thing with discarding blue board for counters, because obviously he had Super Poly anyway.
PS says, if this card is fusion summoned by a spell card or effect.
Yeah, I know. The whole part was me saying that if he had popped 2 cards at control, I still would be fine, because of the way I was trying to play it.
If you don't use a spell, it's like playing a vanilla. Oh, what you're saying here. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. So, Tribal Chief Haven said, if he has Guardian Camille, you're cooked. And Wolvo said, Guardian Camille needs a fusion spell.
And the point of that, saying that, is that he didn't have a fusion spell to fusion summon, which means if he Cartesia fusion summoned to Guardian Chimera, it wouldn't do anything, considering the fact that Guardian Chimera only could pop cards and draw if he's got a fusion spell. And let's also be honest that he didn't have any monsters in hand. But yeah, if he summoned out Chaos Star Source, the card that pops 2 for the Enemy Light and Dark, pops 1, pops a card for Enemy Light and Dark, usually it's 2 cards. I'm going to show you why.
That's fair. If they didn't put 8,000 damage turn 2. I'm glad I didn't scoop then. I don't play Britain, so I don't know. Yeah.
So yeah, we knew that he was no monsters and no cards in hand right now, so we knew everything that was in his hand. So that goes there, and I still think that was a good idea to put Management there. So look at this. I think he did put a monster in hand on the end phase. Yeah, he got Ecclesia, so there's that. But let's calculate here. He did that right then and there. So I did this. I went Institution here first, because if you summon out if I use this Institution that can't be destroyed already to get out Endymion, and then I activated the Endymion in the scale, then if you summon out Star Source, he could have popped this Institution that hasn't activated yet, and the Endymion there, I wouldn't have anything to pop and everything. So I decided to use this first and remove 7 to get Endymion out. So that, assuming that I activate this right here, if he used his Contagia right there,
and he went over and he fusion summoned using his cards effects, obviously wouldn't God Kabir wouldn't do anything. The Star Source, he would have had to pop Endymion and the Institution that didn't use its effect yet. In which case, I would just remove 2 counters from it already. I might not have enough counters for Endymion skill because I need 13 counters in total. So maybe that would have been a little bit of an issue. But I still Magister and just summon out the Jackal King. It would have been a different story here, but yeah, Star Source would have been. He also, oh yeah, Star Source needs dragons. If you guys didn't know, he actually has 0 dragons in his entire card economy because it features Spellcaster, and then that's the Spellcaster, that's the Spellcaster, that's the Spellcaster, that's the Spellcaster, that's a Beast. Okay, so yeah, so the Chaos Star Source, although I wouldn't have been able to have enough counters for everything, it wouldn't have done anything anyway, considering everything on his field was a Spellcaster. So yeah, let's check that deck list out though. Where is it? He doesn't even run it. Chaos Star Source. But if he did, it wouldn't be wouldn't be able to summon it. Maybe they don't play Chaos. Yeah, feels weird, man. I agree. Alright, can I get this last one? No, I guess not.
Okay hand. Which all depends on if he uses the monster effect first, and I don't really have anything way to force it out unless I use my spell card. I always like when they use the -1 for their turn, like that. Oh man. Okay, this will be interesting. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go first. Technically, I do have a play going first, but it's a really bad play, which is Servant, Citadel, and Magister. And that's still not enough. Yeah, I wouldn't have had a play. I thought that I could use my Magic to remove 2 counters, to banish talents or something, to give Servant the 3 counters, but I wouldn't have had 2 counters on the board. Unless I Norm Summon Magister, linked into Artemis, and then shoot it off that, so I could get that turn counter, but that's just really, really bad. For in second there, though, the talents is going to be much more helpful. Both of those are good cards, so he's probably going to put one at the bottom of the deck. Banish Trigger him and put Mastery at the bottom. Yeah, that's fair enough for you. But he knows the deck I'm using now. Wait, did he look at the hand yet with Rotary? Now we look at the hand, yep. Then I can tell you about the talents. RS is annoying. Okay. Oh, should have used it up first. It's okay. Okay, so I got it here. Yep.
They wanted Citadel to be used first, because if he tried to pop the Citadel, just protect it. Fortunately, though, if he tries to pop Servant, Citadel would just get the counter. Oh, it just returns. Did he not use the effect to pop? Guess not. But basically, it's the exact same position I was before. Except he did the thing that I wanted. I wanted to do instead, which is use Citadel first. Oh. You gonna try to change a negate? Servant. Okay. But if he tries to pop, I'm still gonna be able to protect with Citadel. Because it negates the effects, obviously. If it negates the activation, Servant would be in graveyard. Right. Wish that he had waited for Magistro to be activatable. You gonna use Q? Okay. Okay. Make sure I don't accidentally special summon. Vanish. Forces out the RS. Do any of you guys do anything? That one doesn't. That one already used its thing. Is it another of those? Yeah, another one of those. Okay. He already used his back row pop and his bounce and his RS. He didn't even pop. Okay. He doesn't have anything anywhere, right? Yeah, no, nothing anymore. So then I can just like do this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. GG's. Okay. Now we just Shikanoka Kush Don until the end. Yeah. We know what's in his hand.
Let's go! Dude! After looking at the hand and actually every single thing, he activated everything. Okay, that was good. Obviously, I know he could have done his disruptions better, but like still, that was the fact that we could still play through that much stuff. It's pretty good. Let's save that. 100%. Let's save that. I think that's gonna be it for it. By the way, it's been almost 3 hours, and I started stream pretty late. I don't really want to. I don't really want to go further. I think we gotta. What we like to do on Saturdays is like we like to go Diamond 5 to Diamond 3, and we actually got there in what? Basically exactly 3 hours. The recording is gonna be like 2 hours 45 minutes, but still, I think we did a perfect time this time. This is a lot of hand traps, but not enough. Like obviously we got double bell, triple ash, a ghost roger, Baylor, Duel, Maxi. So what's this? 4, 5, 6, 9, 11. Technically 14 hand traps, 3 of them was useless there. But fortunately didn't draw any of those. We had just enough to, like I said before, I say this a lot. Endymion has what it takes to take on almost any end board in the game. It's just the hand traps that put them over. If you take any deck at all, and you can make Endymions have a playable hand, but you take any of the decks that's in the meta and then don't give them any hand traps whatsoever, them going first. Now, obviously, if I'm going first, then yeah, I give them hand traps and stuff. I'm not gonna be like, oh wow, I lost to an Ash Blossom when I went first. Like, yeah, no. But if they have their normal end board set up, and demons can break through it. It's just the random Veiler that happens. The random Ghost Rogue or the Ash Blossom that hits down on top of an already established board that puts them over. Only deck that I can't really go against, even with hand trap, even without hand traps, is Ryziel. And DDDs, because Machinex is just an auto win against me. But demons can basically kick out any of the main end board stuff. It's just whatever hand traps they have, it's gonna be an issue. Anyway, though, it was good. Let me do this real quick. 320, and I got too many gems anyway. I'm probably gonna start stream tomorrow with what do we call it? Opening packs and stuff. I have been liking Chicken Game. The issue that I've always been worried about, which is having Chicken Game, drawing Citadel, and then using Upstart, drawing into Chicken Game, and now that Citadel's useless, has not been happening like at all. I think I honestly just been getting lucky, because this time I had Chicken Game and Citadel in the hand, and I Chicken Game, drew to Chicken Game, drew to Chicken Game. I think in real life, the issue would arise a lot more of drawing into Chicken Game while Citadel is already on the field. But I think in Master Duel, you are a lot more likely to just draw into your other copies of Chicken Game a lot more often. So maybe it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. I think in real life, I wouldn't be using the Chicken Game, even though I think it's legal. But in Master Duel, it's been pretty helpful, I would say. Especially with Souls. If I didn't have the Souls, then I still probably wouldn't be using it. But since D-Mod came to the game and Souls was now a lot more accessible, the Chicken Game has been helpful. That's one of the oldest cards I know. Anyway, people, Cooltoon is more susceptible to board breakers than hand traps anyway. Yeah, and Winnie Typhoon. Winnie Typhoon I can take out. I've got to get second against Winnie Typhoon a lot. The only issue is the continuous trap negating face-up scales, and that seems to be like oh yeah, they can do that pretty easily. And yes, they could if they go specifically for that, but it doesn't happen as often as you might think. Maybe they just have one MST and one of the continuous traps, and then whatever you call it, whatever, I don't know what it's called, which could hurt a lot. But if they don't have any hand traps and stuff, I can definitely play through that. Demons is very resilient if you know what the opponent has. Like if you know what hand traps to watch out for, then it's a lot easier. Obviously, hand traps are just a lot more of a surprise factor. It goes, okay, I can order my words, my combos in this exact way and avoid these disruptions like I did with the Rico. I ordered my stuff specifically so that he would have to negate my magic. But then hand traps show up like, oh, you didn't order it in a specific way to play around this. But if there's no hand traps, and I know that there's no hand traps, then I can definitely take out almost any end board. With the playable hand, obviously. If you give me triple to DB and double jacking as the starting hand, I'm not doing anything with that. But my hand against the Cool to play was definitely playable, definitely pretty good to work with. Anyway, peoples, I appreciate you all so much for being here. I will be live again tomorrow, so do show up. If you take this time and subtract about 2.5 hours, that's the time I'm going to be live again. So basically the same as today, just a little bit later than normal. I appreciate you all so much for being here. We're going to raid Simply Wits in a second. I appreciate you for being here, Akuma.
Thank you, Wolvos and Renixia, and Tribal Chief, especially. T22. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's a good thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you.